Hello students, this is Anthony Kushung, your social science teacher. Today we will learn a lesson from geography. In the previous classes we have learned some of the classification or division of natural environment. We have learned something about land environment. We also have learned something about air environment. Today we are going to learn about this water environment. So before we go into the details of this very lesson, let us see together some of the keywords or words meanings, so to say, because all these words will appear in this very lesson. So the first one is ocean. Vast body of salt water covering almost 71% of the Earth's surface. Water is so abundant and ocean made up of 71% of the Earth's surface. Tsunami, large ocean wave generated by undersea earthquakes. Tsunami are usually caused by the undersea earthquakes. Salinity, salinity means the saltiness or amount of salt dissolved in a water body. Tide, the alternate rise and fall of the sea surface approximately twice a day due to the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. Tide are caused because of the gravitational pull of the moon as well as the sun. Evaporation is the process of changing liquid into a gaseous state or water into a vapor state, so to say, due to increase in temperature. Condensation, the process of substance in a gaseous state transforming into a liquid state due to decrease in temperature. So evaporation and condensation are just opposite to each other. Now let us see the introduction of this very lesson. Why the Earth is called a watery planet. One of the reasons is because of its abundant water bodies. You see, when you look at the Earth from the space, basically from the space, the Earth will always appear blue in color. Why it appears blue in color? One of the reasons is because of its abundant water bodies. Water is so abundant on the surface of the Earth that it appears blue in color. And also, water makes 71% of the total Earth surface. It is so available, it is so abundant that it makes 71%, and it is available in a liquid state, that is water. It is also available in a solid state in the form of ice, and it also available in the form of gaseous state in vapor. Okay, so water is not only in a liquid state, and also it makes 97.5% of water is saline. Saline means salty. So the average salinity of the ocean water, especially the ocean water, is 35 per thousand. So if there are 100 grams of ocean water, 35 grams of that ocean water is saline, so to say. 37 parts of that very water is saline. It's a part of that salty. And only 1% is available as fresh water in the form of lakes, in the form of rivers, in the form of snow and all. So as the fresh water is so limited, we need to conserve water. Water conservation is very necessary. Next, water is not static. It is always in move. It moves from one place to another. It also changes from one state to another state. So we are going to see the water cycle, or what we call as hydrological cycle. Let us repeat again, hydrological cycle. So let us see, ocean water the ocean water, which we have learned in the previous topic, that and the water from smaller bodies like rivers, like lakes, like sea or whatever, and as soon as as soon as with the agent of the sun, when it becomes heated, then it will evaporate. You know what an evaporation is? And reach the atmosphere as water vapor. Okay, and it becomes a cloud, so to say. And when it goes into the atmosphere, you know, the atmosphere, as we go up from the surface of the earth, the temperature always decreases at the rate of 1% per 1% per 32 kilometers, so to say. So when it becomes at a certain level, it becomes cool. So on cooling this water vapor, it turns into water droplets again. See, water droplets, and it falls down on the earth as rain, or in geographical term it is also known as precipitation. So in the form of rains, as well as it falls on the earth's surface in the form of snow. The rainwater runs into the sea, from where they are evaporated and reach the atmosphere as water vapor again. So it is always in cycle. So this complete cycle is what we call as hydrological cycle or water cycle. Now let's go to another one. We will see the major water bodies. So when you look at this map or a globe or whatever it may be, you will be able to see the water bodies. Okay, the water bodies are usually divided into four, necessarily five we can say. The first one is what we call as Pacific Ocean. The second one is Atlantic Ocean. The third one is Indian Ocean. The fourth one is Arctic Ocean. And in the southern part of this earth, there are oceans that surrounds Antarctica. That is what we call as Southern Ocean. Now we will see all these water bodies in details. First of all, Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest and the deepest ocean. Okay, when you look at the map, you will be able to see that it extends from Arctic Ocean in the north and Southern Ocean in the south, and these are bounded by Asia and Australia in the west. You can see this map, and roughly it is triangular in shape. The Pacific Ocean is triangular in shape, and it also covers about 1/3 of the Earth's surface. It is so large that out of three, one of them is Pacific Ocean. So we also see the deepest part of the Pacific Ocean, or we can say it is one of the deepest part of the oceans of the earth. That is what we call as Mariana Trench. It is located near Guam Island, somewhere in Pacific Ocean. And you see the depth of this very trench is about 11,000 meters below the sea level, so to say. And the height of Mount Everest is about 8848 meters above the sea level. So when you put this Mount Everest here, it won't be able to cover this Mariana Trench. That means the trench is very, very deep. Now let's go to another ocean, another water body, that is Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. It occupies an elongated S-shaped basin. So the shape of this Atlantic Ocean is approximately or S letter shape. It extends longitudinally between Eurasia, that is part of Europe, and Africa in the east, and in the west it is bounded by Americas, North America and South America. It is considered as one of the busiest ocean in the world. One of the reason is it provides a lot of trade and transport facilities between America and Europe. So this ocean is very busy. Ships as well as cargo ships as well as passenger ships are always busy in this very ocean. So I'm sure you got the point, you got some of the points of this. Next, Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is just to the south of India. It is considered as the third largest ocean of the world. And when you look at the map, you'll be able to see that it is bounded by Asia in the north, Africa in the west, Australia in the east, and the Southern Ocean in the south. And this Indian Ocean is also called half an ocean. One of the reasons is that it does not open towards northwards. In the north, it is bounded by continents. So because of that, this is known as, or this is called half an ocean. Another one is we have a trench here in this Indian Ocean. It is situated near Java Island, which is in Indonesia, somewhere here. Sunda Trench. It is known as Sunda Trench. It is about 7,400 meters deep. Another one, Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest ocean of the world. Okay, it is located in the Arctic North Pole, Arctic North Polar region, so to say. When you look at the map, it is there. It is completely surrounded by Eurasia as well as North America. North America and Eurasia, Russia, Canada, United States and all, Norway and all. It is just in the middle of those countries and continents. And one of the very important point that you have to remember is these oceans have a very low salinity. One of the reason is, as being a very cold region, this is a very cold place, the rate of evaporation is very low. Its salinity is very low due to lower rate of evaporation as compared to other oceans. Let's go to the next one, Southern Ocean. Actually, this is a large water body around Antarctica. You might have heard the continent Antarctica. And it merged with the Pacific, Atlantic and the Indian Ocean, right? And it is not a very vast body of water. One of the reasons is it remains frozen throughout the year. Throughout the year it is always frozen, and it is covered with ice and all. Polar bears and some of the polar animals live there, water seals and all. And human beings, it's very difficult for navigation. It's very difficult for sailing ships and all. So because frozen, it is frozen throughout the year. So these are some of the important points of this very lesson. We will continue in the next class, this very lesson. The continuation will be there. So for the time being, I wish all the students, you should learn all the questions and answer from study materials. I wish you all the best. May God bless you all, and thank you very much for participating in this class.